in respect of Yahaya Bello's case. As regards his case. We have put out a publication there. I hope most of you have seen it. Our position. You know, there is no law that EFCC has violated. How I wish our opinion leaders can just take time to understand what we are doing. Right here with me, I have a copy of the judgment of the Kogi State High Court. The man approached the High Court for the enforcement of his fundamental rights. And concluding his judgment, in fact, rather than disobey the law, we have obeyed. Honorable Justice Issa Jamil Abdullahi, a man I respect so much and I was so smart, man. I will read to you the last 2-3 paragraphs of his judgment. He said, I am under no illusion that under the laws of this country and having regard to the provisions of the EFCC Act 2004, the Commission cannot be restrained from carrying out criminal investigation and prosecution of any citizen of this country. However, the exercise of these powers is subject to the overriding provisions of the Constitution or any subsisting order of court, and he quoted some judgments, IGP versus Suba and so on. And he went further to say that the applicant having established, that was Yahaya Bello, established infringement or threatened infringement of his right. He didn't say or threatened infringement of his right by the respondent, which was EFCC. Is now entitled to benefit from the long-standing principle and legal maxim, ubi jus, ubi remedium, as it is central to the cardinal principle of administration of justice, that where injury is established or imminent, there must always be a remedy, and he quoted some other judgments. The applicant, no doubt, is entitled to the grant of some protective reliefs. While I am inclined to grant the orders sought by the applicant in this application, I can only grant them subject to what is permissible under our laws. It has been repetitively made clear in this judgment that the respondent cannot be restrained, as EFCC, from exercising its statutory mandate to investigate and prosecute persons or authorities reasonably suspected of having committed financial crimes as obligated under its Establishment Act. Accordingly, I will make no such order. And he gave us some citations. And if I may add, prosecution. Now, looking at the orders sought by the applicant, I am inclined to grant them subject to some alterations, which in my view will make the justice of this case as in following terms. An order is hereby granted, enforcing the fundamental rights of the applicant, that was Yahaya Bello, to liberty and freedom of movement and fair hearing, by restraining the respondent, that was EFCC, by themselves, their agents, servants, or privies, from continuing to harass, threaten, to arrest or detain, or in any manner whatsoever arresting, detaining, or persecuting the applicant, or I think they wanted to write prosecuting the applicant, on the basis of criminal charges now pending before the Federal High Court. We have filed our charges there. Now, without prejudice to the power of the said Federal High Court to make any order as it may deem just in the determination of the rights of the applicant and the respondent as may be submitted to them, to her, for consideration and determination. Another is hereby granted directing the respondent to bring before the said Federal High Court. It was Kogi State High Court that directed the EFCC enforcer to go and file a charge against him, as against what is being touted out there. Another is hereby granted to EFCC, the respondent, to bring before the said Federal High Court or any such appropriate court such criminal charge, allegation or complaint in respect whereof the applicant is reasonably believed by the respondent to have committed any offense subject of his jurisdiction, provided that his respondent shall not invite, arrest, or detain the applicant on account of a reasonable belief that the applicant has committed any financial crime without first obtaining the leave of the Superior Court of Record, which is Federal Court, where we have filed our charge. especially having regard to the antecedent of the respondent in the manner it has managed its engagement with the applicant. Remember the case we had with his chief of, was it chief of staff? Udu, what? Was it chief of staff? This cashier, the government house cashier, the guy that was bringing the billions. I'm so passionate about the need for us to move forward in this country. A sitting governor, because he knows it's going, you move money. I mean, the particulars of offense